what's up, y'all? Welcome back to the halfway point. I know it's been a minute.
A
I have
minute.
been extremely busy, and the shade
Busy.
didn't want to take the lead herself and do it herself. So
Don't you be
it's
telling
really
my
my fault.
business.
It's really my fault. But
It's all his
she could
fault.
have taken, and I said she could do it herself because, again, I don't want this to be relying on just me.
Yeah, but it
One
felt
of these
weird talking
days,
to myself
we're gonna get in the shade to do it by herself
by
because
myself.
everybody could talk to themselves, right? You're talking
Okay.
to an audience who's not really here. Like we talking to each other, but we really talking to you, right? So, Nishay, how you doing? How you doing tonight?
I'm doing. It's been one of them days, one of them weeks, one of them things where it's like, oh my goodness, it's finally almost Friday. It's Friday Eve. I can't wait. So I can just sit still
Right,
and do
right.
nothing.
Yeah. Yeah, we need to start doing these during the day. We be so busy though during the day that
I
it's hard to get this
know.
in
Like,
like in
what
a
the
lunch
heck?
break.
Work,
Yeah,
that's work. Like, what is that?
right. Listen, they out here paying us to do work, and we out here doing it. So,
Let's
um,
sunk it.
but today we're gonna get back to some relationship talk because that's what we do, right? As dudes, I always have questions for women. I always have questions like, why y'all do that, or why do we do things that we do that make y'all so
Uh-huh.
angry? So
Uh-huh.
this one I want to talk about because I got a lot of clown dudes in my life, like just my dudes, my homies, my kick it dudes, my weed smoking fornicators
Oh
out here
my.
tripping, right? Now I don't smoke weed and I'm married, so I ain't doing either one of those things.
Mm.
But with that being said, like I always have this question, right? And we
What's
kind
your
of touched
question?
on it in the previous conversation we had, and we all know women like rom coms, right?
Of
Rom
course.
coms follow the same plot
Mm-hmm.
time and time again.
Love a
Happy
rom-com.
couple, right? It's a couple. Then fit hits the shan. They go through some nonsense, and it seems like 3/4 of the movie the dude is pushing the woman away, right? He just can't do it. Life is just crazy. I don't know how I'm gonna do it. And I'm going through this tough period and I can't bring you with me and you can't be with me. And I gotta do it on my own because my pride and my pride. And you sitting there and I'm watching over. Now, as a dude, I was sitting there like, dude, like if you gotta ride or die, she gonna die for you, right? She gonna
Mm.
be there through the thick and the thin, right? Uh, and I see these movies, but then you see it in real life, right? And movies are based on aspects of real life
Mm,
where
absolutely.
men, in many ways, and again, like I said, women ain't perfect, but today, like my question is about men and really how it makes women feel, right?
Mm.
And my question to you, Nisha, is as a woman, how does it feel when you have this guy that you're willing to ride with, you're willing to rock with, you're willing to do all the things for, but they keep pushing you away. They kind of put you over here, like, I'm gonna put you over here until I'm ready. And then when
Mm-hmm.
I'm ready, I'm gonna bring you back in because now I'm ready, right? And I get the idea of trying to be a whole person, but
Mm-hmm.
sometimes, like, we gonna get through this together, right? And if you really are about being this unit, this business unit, we gonna work on this together. So to
Mm-hmm.
you, what do you say when you see, and again, I don't know if you've ever been put in this situation, but how do you see or how would a woman feel going through like, I'm on the side while you try and figure out life, but if I'm here with you, we can figure out life together. How does that make you feel if you was the woman in that situation?
Yeah, well, I've lived it in a past life, honestly. And it's like one of those right person, wrong time kind of things, right?
Mhm.
This person was, getting out of a long-term relationship. I was getting out of a long-term relationship. And I feel like that person just had some stuff that he needed to work through, right? And that's fine. I'm not one that's going to push. I don't believe in the square pegs and round holes thing. So, I gave seriously. So I gave him the space that I felt like he needed, the space that he asked for, and everything like that. And it just began to get exhausting because it's like, okay, like you want to give somebody the time that they need, but at the same time, it's like, this is borderline doormat-ish going on here. Like you
Ooh.
just well, in a way, sort of, because you know, the person wanted to be bothered with me when he wanted to be bothered with me, right? And then didn't
Mhm.
when he didn't, right? So it's like, all right, how do you there's a fine balance between giving somebody space and kind of like just being like an emotional doormat, kind of, sort of, right? So then just it
Mhm.
just got exhausting because you don't know where you stand. So I fell back. And in that fallback, I met someone else. And then, like, a year and change had passed. And he's like, yeah, I've been thinking about you. And it's like, okay. And he's like, yeah, I was thinking, we can give it a try. I got somebody like, I haven't heard from
Right.
you in a year and change. Did you think I was sitting here waiting? Like, I mean, I always say, listen, I'm not waiting.
Right.
I'm I'm not waiting. So, yeah, that's kinda like what happened. It's just like it becomes, okay, do I give this person a chance or do I keep on down the path that I'm going because this person hasn't done anything to jeopardize or has said, this is what I want, this is where I want to be, and he's actually here, right? And then here
Right.
you come like, "Hey, I'm back." And it's like, "Hello." So I mean, that's how it worked out in my situation. It you just get sick of waiting or feeling like you're waiting or feeling like I don't know, just
Like you've been put to the side, right?
put
Like,
to the
are you
side. Nothing definitive. It's just like
right.
so.
So, how does it make you feel as a woman when because we live in a
Mhm.
world where you've been told as a woman, and
Mhm.
in our age bracket, like there's this
Mm.
ideology that a man has to court you, right? And has to pursue you. Now, I raised my daughter different. She's 18. I have
Mhm.
three daughters. And I raised my boys different, right? Like, yes, like if you see something you want, go for it, right? Ask,
Mhm.
take them out, go out to right to eat. But like, I don't want my daughter out here sitting here waiting for some dude to figure out their life, right? Like,
Mm. Right.
okay, if you want to be with me, you want to be with me. If you don't, then you don't. But if I see something I want, I'm gonna go for that, right? I'm gonna go,
Right.
hey, listen, you I want to holler at you, let me get your number, right? Like, because I don't want my daughter missing out on opportunities in life because she's afraid or waiting on some dude to do something. Because you could
Exactly.
find the right guy who wants to be with you, but they're just not, they're like me. Like growing up, I was not gonna ask a girl out. Like that was not gonna happen. Like
What
social
are
media
you?
dating made life easy because it just like walking up to a girl and getting rejected, like you have to be okay with no. Now later in life, I was just like, I don't care, man. Like I am who I am. Like you gonna rock with me or
Uh-huh.
you not, right? I got kids. I've been divorced. I'm working. I'm going to school. I'm about progressing and moving myself up in the world. Um, but like early on, when I was younger, like asking somebody, walking up to a girl and being like, "Hi, my name
Really?
is Rayvon. Hi, my name is Rayvon. I'm here to ask you out because I think you're cute." Like that
I
wasn't gonna
mean,
happen,
don't
right?
do
Like that,
that. Like that's
right? No, I mean, but I'm just saying, like what I mean,
yeah.
like I didn't have that swag. And it's like, hey, let's like, hey, boo thing. Like I'm trying to holler at you. Let me get your number, yo. Like that's how dudes talk, right? Like
No,
it
no.
was the early 2000s. So
No, I
dudes in
gotta
New York are just
disagree.
relentless. But like just and all speak all truth, right? Like I want my kids, especially my daughter, to not wait to
Mhm.
be ambitious and rambunctious and to be a go-getter because the only thing you can guarantee in life are the things you decide on doing, right? Like
Mhm.
I can't guarantee that you'll like me, but I can guarantee that I can walk up to you and say, "Hey, my name is, so and so."
Mhm.
So I get it, right? But like for me, I see men out here and I don't understand the movies. I always get
So
upset.
what goes on in the men's perspective? Like you just heard mine, like, this person just wasn't ready and all the things. So have you encountered, or it doesn't sound like you have done this, but have you had friends where you tried to kind of like talk to them like, yo, what are you doing with this young lady?
Well, I wouldn't say it like that, like, yo,
Well,
what are
no,
you
but you know
doing
what I
with this
mean.
young
Like,
lady?
however
Nah, but
y'all
for real.
talk to each other. Like,
Right.
have you had
Like,
a
I
situation
mean,
where
for real,
it's
like,
like, yo, dude, what are you doing?
right. I have had those conversations, right? Where I'm just like, yo, she a good girl. What you doing, bro? You know what I mean? I just ain't ready yet, man. You know, I was going through the thing, you know what I mean? And like my money ain't right now. I'm between
Is
jobs.
that
Like my
truly a
ex,
thing though? Like
yes,
the whole my money ain't right. I'm not
yes.
in I'm not in this space. Why is that a thing? Why is that a thing?
Because because let's be honest, right? Like some women are about that thing, right? They're about like, what can you do for me, right? Because
Mhm.
again, depending on when you were born, and nowadays, it seems like these young girls be out here trying to get stuff, not necessarily the relationship, but like
Mhm.
men are supposed to provide certain things, right? They're supposed to come to the table with certain things, and they should.
Absolutely,
But it
absolutely.
right. But it for me, I've always thought it shouldn't stop me from pursuing what I think I deserve if I work hard for it, right? Like I think I deserve to be with a good woman because
Mhm.
I'm a good man. And that doesn't mean I'm saying I'm good by my own metrics. People have told me that. So I'm going to rely on them. At this point, like, if people tell me, like, right, you're a pretty good dude, right? Like, I'm not perfect. I'm not excellent. I don't not make mistakes, but people tell me those things. So I'm going to rock
Mhm.
with that. But like,
Mhm.
when I talk to my fellas, sometimes when they've been scorned, right? Like they have put their feelings out there. And
Mhm.
like sometimes women can be relentless, right? Like, I ain't got time for all you crying. Like, girl, like he's being emotional, he's being open, and you're
Uh-huh.
shutting down his level of openness, right? Um,
Mhm.
and there are times when a man's trying to be that person, right? We're trying to be all of the things. And some parts of those things get shunned, right? Because women want a man who's in touch with all of his being, right? But you want us to also be a man. So I can't cry in front of you. I can't show emotion. I can't be out here having bad days. I gotta be a rock. I gotta be solid. Where
I
some
have to
men,
disagree with that. I
hold on,
mean,
let me finish. Like, I'm not
I'm
saying every
holding.
woman.
I'm
I'm
holding.
just saying
Okay.
that like that's what we think we have to be, right? And then
Mhm.
the
Mhm.
minute
Okay.
we expose our vulnerabilities, there are some women who like, he all emotional, right? Like,
Mhm.
because those are aspects that weren't desired in men. So like we've been be hard, be tough, be strong. When you marry her, when you get with her, she wants you to do this. She wants you to be this. She wants you to have a great job, great benefits, have an elephant trunk, be 6'7", all of these qualities, right? Like all these qualities. Meanwhile, if you used to look at a man's list of things that he wants, and we've talked about this before, they're very short, very, very short. Think of what he
Mhm.
actually wants. Um, but I think men have this belief that I have to be 100% perfect to be with this woman. And if she's a great woman, right? If you're a great woman and you have all of the qualities, I have to be on my game all the time because that's what
Really?
I've been told.
Okay.
That's what I believe. That's what I perceive, right? So
So what's a
they
great
have to
woman?
be.
I'm just by these metrics. So you've shared that the metrics of, providing and all the things. So
Mhm.
what is it that that particular man, what type of woman does that particular man look for? And because I'm just trying to gauge,
I
why
don't
this
think it's
person is
who
like,
they I don't think it's like a personality trait they look for, right? It's that
I don't
person
think
thinks they're
personality, but
right. Right. I think that man thinks that woman is a good woman. And in order to be with that woman, I need to be ready. I need to have money in the bank. I need to have a great job. I need to have a great career. I need to have, insurance and benefits and be ready to buy a house. And like a lot of guys think that I need to have all these things in order before I get with her or I want to marry her or I want to be with her for the rest of my life. As
okay.
opposed to like we can do this together, right?
Build
Like,
together. Hmm.
right. Like to me, I've always thought that building as a unit, right? We are a business, right? If I'm with this person and we're together, like I want you to be a whole person. Don't get it twisted. Like I don't want to like half
Yeah.
person shit, right? You need to be a whole
Yeah.
person, but you can be a
Yeah.
whole person striving for stuff,
Hmm.
right? Like you are who you are. You know who you are. You're solid in who you are. There may be some holes that you're plugging, but you're working on those things. But you have the aspirations to be great
Hmm.
and you're working towards those things. That doesn't mean you're going to be great now, right? Like And I think sometimes dudes get caught up in the process because we're task oriented, and
Mm.
you get caught up in the process. And I want to do this task, and I want to do this task, and I want to do this task, and I want to do this task before I get to this task. And you might be the fifth task on there. Doesn't mean you're not important. Doesn't mean you're not the most important priority. But in order to get to this,
I gotta
I gotta do
do
this, this,
1 through
this,
4.
this, this. Right. And you're the fifth thing, and you're the most important thing. But I can't. It's like playing a video game, right? Like I can beat the whole
It's
game.
levels. Yeah.
Right. It's levels to this, right? I can beat the whole game. I can go and fight the final boss right now. It's right
Mhm.
there. The game says, "Are you ready to fight the final boss?" But it says recommended level 100. I'm 72. You know what I mean? Like I'm not going to beat that boss at a recommended level of 100. And recommended
Mhm.
level at 100 means that's just enough to tussle. I mean, I'm gonna have to
Mhm.
put some work in at 100 to beat him. Now, if I'm at level 125, that's a butt whipping. I'm whipping that booty all day, right? If I'm at level 90, it's a fight, and I'm not gonna win. And if I do win, it's because I played it 100 million times, and one time I got lucky and took out the
Mhm.
boss, right? So, like, that's what men think, right? So, as a video game analogy, that's where we're looking, right? Like, you're here, I need to get there, and I'm gonna do everything I can to get there. So, but I think that's backwards for
Mhm.
men, right? Because you're here, but you're not a boss, right? I don't need to be level 100 to get you. If you're ready to invest in me now, right? If you're like, listen, I'm gonna get you for the low, low price to level 80, but I'm gonna rock with you, I'm gonna invest in you, and we're gonna get you to level 200, right? Because you could have got to level 150 on your own, and
Mm.
that's your max. But I'm gonna get you to level 200 because we're gonna do this together. And where
Mhm.
you need a little bit of assistance, I'm being that
I can
ass. Like,
provide that.
maybe you
Uh-huh.
shouldn't do that, right? And I think that's where men should think, right? We should go, wait a
Mhm.
minute, she's a good woman. She's investing in me. She's building in me. I'm building in her. But instead of me waiting to get to this level to get to her, I'm going to jump on it now. And then she's going to help me attain the level that we need to be at so that we can be like, you're here. I'm trying to get to here. But if I say I'm going to get with you now, we go
Mhm.
here. Right. You know what I
Right.
mean? So, like, to me, that's where I think men should be. I said a whole lot of stuff right there.
I just
But
let you go. I
that's
just let
me.
you go.
That's me, you
I
know?
hear you. I hear you.
I
I
know
don't
for women.
understand it,
Yeah,
but it's like, okay.
yeah, but we're never gonna understand one another, right? Because this is why, for me, I don't wait. If I like you, you gonna know I like you.
Mhm.
I'm trying to be with you, right? It might be 60 days in and we've been doing the thing and we've been talking every day and we've been kicking it. And I'm like, listen, um, I've been talking to other people. I done met other people. I done kicked it with other people. But there's something about you that I need to be around. I need to be around it every day. And I don't know
Mhm.
what that means for you, but I'm ready to like commit to something that's more than just me and you, but it's us,
Kicking it.
right?
Uh-huh.
Right.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Let's go from me and you to us, right? And if if she says I'm not ready for that, then okay. You know what I mean?
Mhm.
Now the question then
Now,
becomes,
how does rejection play into that? Because I've heard so many times where men are like, they're afraid of the rejection part. Is that really truly a fear or is that an excuse?
no, 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 like dudes be really afraid of it. But I think the thing is depends on what stage you're at in life. Like
Mhm.
me at 31, I wasn't caring, yo. Like I had 2 kids. You know what I mean?
Sign me
Me at
up.
right,
No,
me at
okay.
21. Yeah, like if like
Mhm.
like before I met my wife, right? Like I dated and like there were 3 people that I dated that I was like, I could be in a serious relationship with.
Mhm.
Um, First one, just like I'm trying to be ride or die, but like I can't wait forever, right?
Mhm. Mhm.
And she was like taking her time. And then when I finally moved on, I'm ready. Okay. You know what I mean?
Uh-huh.
And then, right. And then number two is like, I like you, you like me, but the timing wasn't right, you
What
know?
was the timing?
Well, just like they were just at a different stage in life,
Oh, okay. Okay.
and they weren't ready to commit. Like, okay.
Mhm.
Like,
Okay.
does that mean later or not
Mm.
ever? I'm not sure.
Okay. Gotcha.
But when you figure that out, you let me know,
If
but I'm gonna go do my
yeah.
own thing.
Right. I'm be
You
sitting there.
know,
I'm not gonna be sitting here waiting. Yeah.
exactly, right? And then the last person before I met my wife was like, I really liked her, right? It was like, oh man, like she's cool. Like, now I look back at it thinking, yeah, they're like we were like 70%, right? Like I have this tier system. Like you have to be at least 80% of the person I'm looking for. And as long as the
Mhm.
core qualities are there, I can overlook the other 20 and we can work on
Mhm.
those 20 together, but those aren't going to be deal breakers, right? But she was about 70 to 72% that person. A lot of good qualities. And then I was ready to move forward. She wasn't ready. She was actually petrified. Um,
Oh wow. Okay.
and I only know this because later in life she told me, um, which is funny because she revealed this after finally, I don't know, like she was with some dude for like 3 years, and it just made me laugh because it's like, oh, you was in a happy relationship, but like he had a side family, all that stuff. And I know I'm saying a lot, but it was funny because she realized, like, she was like, I had something I needed and I wasn't ready and I pushed it away. And then I
Mhm.
got with something I wanted and realized
Mhm.
that's not what I needed. Um,
That's big.
and yeah, and like we all have to go through those, right?
Yeah.
And it's like, well, you know, I wrote a song about it. When here it goes,
Here
All
it goes.
right. And it just made me laugh. It made me smile in a way because it was like, all right, so it wasn't me, right? Like
Mm,
that was the
mhm,
really
mhm,
good thing about like when people reveal to you, whether something is you, something is them, or something is other, right? Um,
mhm,
but it taught me a lot about myself, what I can tolerate, what I can't, what I'm ready to do, what I won't do. Um, and I got with my wife and like I met her on like a Tuesday. Like we chatted a ton, met her on a
mhm,
Tuesday. Literally that night, I got back, was like, yo, I like her a lot. She's really cool. Told her that right on the phone. Her
Oh.
response was hilarious. It's like, okay. But like I just realized like I'm in my early 30s. Like what am I like I'm 43 now. We've been together, since 2015. So
Mhm.
like a decade now. And it's like
Yeah.
I look at that and I go, yeah, like why was I gonna wait for, right? Like, what am I
Mhm.
waiting for? Like I said, I hit my 30s and it was like, yo, like I got some good qualities. I'm offering some good stuff. The way the boat and the motion work, I'm pretty good at it. Like I can steer a boat. you know.
You're nuts.
You know what I mean? And with that being said, though, it's like, all right, like I know what I bring to the table, right? And I'm not the greatest thing since sliced bread, but I'm cool.
Mhm.
And if you want to rock with me, invest in me. And I had, which is funny, I had quite a few people willing to invest in the Rayvon McGeechee stock. Um,
Mhm.
but I was not
But they
ready to
weren't.
take on.
Yeah, yeah. I've had a couple of those where it's just like somebody wants to cling on like tight and early. I'm like, I don't know you. I'm sorry. I just
Right, right, right,
like too soon. I'm like, what's my last name? And they're like, like, come
right,
on, dude. Like, what are you doing?
right. And there's a difference between like clinging on.
Mm-hmm.
Like so my conversation with my wife was, I like you. You're cool. I just want to talk to you.
Mm-hmm.
That was it.
Okay.
So you even said the
Yeah.
same word. Okay.
You know why?
But how
Because I know I've heard a couple of different things. I've heard, oh, so when you think you ready to be in a relationship with me, and I'm
yeah, no,
uh,
no, I wouldn't use those words. I've made that
like,
mistake.
what the heck? Like, never. Like,
Right.
I don't know. It's all in an approach. That was just like
Mhm.
a turn on. Something I don't know. Some things just turn me off. That I probably would have chuckled, but I still would have entertained, right? Because at least I know, where you stand. Like, oh, okay, all right, that's nice.
Right.
But yeah,
Right. And that's literally like that kind of reception. It was like, because like when you've dated, right? And you've dated and you've dated and you've dated, right? And,
Mhm.
especially when you were married, you were doing the thing, you thought you was gonna be together forever, and then you became single, right?
Mhm.
And then you have
Preaching
this
to the choir.
right. Then she had this long period of just dating, right? And you're just like, oh
Mhm.
my goodness, what are we doing here? Right. And then you get to a point where you're like, oh man, this is the 20th person I've dated. It's the 30th person I've dated, right? Because
It's
if you've been dating,
exhausting.
right, if you've been dating for, let's say, a decade, right? Like
Mhm.
when you say 30, 40, you're like, oh my God, like, wait a minute. That's like three, four dates a year, right? Not a lot of people. You're just like trying to figure out who you like. And if you're meeting people on social media, that's not a lot when you do it on social media, right? So
Mhm.
and every now and then you sprinkle in some adult entertainment with them, you know what I mean? But but like at the end of the day, you're trying to find the person.
Mhm.
And you get to the 30th person and some dude's like, I like you a lot. I like you a whole lot. He's like, okay. And women more so than men, like as a man, like I consider myself an average dude, right? Like I'm not, and for me, if over a decade I had 20 good dates, that'd be great.
Mm.
With a woman over a decade, right? You've been hit up by hundreds of men, especially on social media. Like dudes out here saying the most outlandish stuff to women.
Mhm.
Um, and it's
So
it's
true.
easy for me to be like, all right, I like this one, right? I've had 20 dates. Of those 20, this is the one. But you
Mhm.
like, I didn't talk to 100 dudes just yesterday trying to get my number.
But
You
that
know,
doesn't mean anything. That's not, I mean, dudes trying to talk to you, to me, doesn't mean anything. It
it
doesn't.
means something.
No, it doesn't. Not to
Means
me. It
I
means
mean,
absolutely
not to
nothing.
you, right? But to dudes who don't have 100 women trying to holler at them, like,
Like,
like it's
it means absolutely nothing. If they're not of quality, I mean, it's just a waste of time, in my opinion, right?
no,
So
I agree with
it could
that.
be 100 nothing ass dudes. It's like, it doesn't mean anything if nobody of substance is approaching me. Like, I could care less.
Right, right. So on that subject, right? Like that makes me think, like, how or when somebody is approaching you, right? When some randos hitting you up and hollering at you, right? Does
Mhm.
anybody is there a way of breaking through the armor as a man, right? Like you're single, you're trying to holler at somebody, and you just become you become on the long line of dudes trying to holler at some beautiful, attractive woman, right? Um, what's the thing that could help a guy break through?
I don't know. For me, it's just like energy. Like, just, I don't know, just somebody's
Is it
energy.
swag?
I mean, we
Is
call
that
it swag. I mean, we call it swag or whatever, but to me, it's just energy. Like, if you're approaching me and it seems I'm getting player vibes or anything like that, like I'm not. I'm just so not interested, and
right,
I'm instantly turned off. So then it's
right,
like I'll be nice and I'll smile, and then I'll just get real stiff, and then then it's like, okay, nice to meet you.
right. If you walk up like, hey, what I mean, I'm sure, like, bro, why you doing so much? Like, why are we with the
I was like,
hand
I'm married.
gestures and
I'm married. So it was so funny. So my girlfriend came into town. My girlfriend came into town a couple weeks ago, and we're at the bar and everything. And this guy is like, hey, I think you're really pretty, da da da. Da. And I'm like, thank you. And he's like, yeah, cause and I'm like, and he's like, so are you single? Are you? I was like, I'm married. Now, are you happily married? I'm married. Like at that point, like, what does it matter? Well, I'm asking because, if you're not happy, it's all about, being happy and you deserve to be happy and everything like that. I was like, yeah, but I'm married. Like, regardless, like, I would have to let something go in order to let something else come in. So I'm married, right?
Oh,
Take that over with a napkin with his number on it. Dude, if you don't get out my face, I'm like, no, thank you.
right,
I
and
will
that's
not be
confidence, right?
looking you up. I will not be taking your
Yeah,
number. I'm not doing it. And then I had somebody else that approached me. He was with someone and he was like, I think you're really pretty. Like the woman is behind him and she's on her phone doing, whatever she's doing, social media,
right.
selfies, whatever. And he's like, I think you're really pretty and I like your haircut. Um, are you on social media? No, I'm not. Like,
Wow, that's
so
bold.
to me, those
That's bold.
do not count.
I mean, yeah,
Those
but
are a dime a dozen. Those do not count. I'm talking about
now
that. Like
you
I don't on average, on a daily, I don't have people of substance approaching me. Weird, but I don't.
and you say, and here's the thing: you have to understand. Like you say, a dime a dozen, right? Right,
Mhm.
and that makes sense, right? A dime a dozen. There's just so many. Like whatever, dude. Whatever, dude. Give me my number. Here's my number. I'm with a like. As a man, there ain't no woman. Hey, how you doing today? Like, I think you look good. Thank you. Uh, are you married? Yes, I am. But are you happy though? Like, I mean, like,
If you don't get all the way out my face.
now it's funny though, right? I'm already thinking in my head how my dudes will reply, right? And like, depending on the day, you catch me like, I'm happily married. I'm totally. But there's like, remember that movie with Idris Elba? I think it was called Obsessed. He
Yeah,
was
the title
married.
rings a bell, but I cannot remember. Is that the one
Yeah, I
that had
think it's called
Beyonce in it?
Obsessed.
I can't remember.
I think it had Beyonce. Yeah, he was married to Beyonce, but this lady was coming on to him and like she
Like a
got him in the
job or something like
bathroom, like
yeah.
right. And like he gave just a little ounce that she thought was
Uh-huh.
cool, right? He gave a
Right.
little bit, right? And you might catch me on a day where I'm pissed, I'm angry, that bitch should go to hell, I'm gonna kill her. I'm not actually gonna do that. So but
Uh-huh.
it's like you just get on somebody's nerve. And you might catch me at a point where I'm pissed, right? And I
Mhm.
might entertain the thought. Doesn't mean I'm gonna do the action. If you in
Mhm.
here at this time, we sitting in this club and you like, hey, are you married? He's like, "Hey, how you doing? Like, are you married?" "Yes, I am." "Yeah."
Mhm.
"But are you happy?" Now that response may be I might have to pause, right? Because
I don't.
right. Like it may not even be like a long pause. It may be, but you happy though? Um, yeah. And women are smart enough to pick up on those subtle cues, right? Far more
Uh-huh.
so than men. And a woman would be like, "Well, you took a long time to answer that. For are you happy though?" Because now she just she got a little bit of a
Uh-huh.
string, right? And it's
Yeah,
like
yeah, yeah.
this little piece of string that's it's like on your shirt, you got that little piece of string that you pull it, your whole sleeve come off, but you gotta cut it, right? It's the source, right? You can't pull it because then you have a hole and then the hole be bigger and now you ain't got no sleeves. And she'll find that little string and then she start pulling it, right? But are you
Mhm.
happy? Pause. Yes, I'm very happy actually. Um, well, you
Are you
hesitated
sure?
there. Why? Everything okay? Are you sure? And then now the conversation starts, right? Because that's all you got to
Mhm.
do is pull the little string, and then you just
Mhm.
like, you know what? It's been a rough day. I really appreciate you coming over and talking to me, but this now's not a good time. And like now she can sense I got something here. I got he
Mhm.
cute, whatever the case may be. So that's what I'm saying. Like if like dudes cheat now. Could you imagine if we get hit on a dime a dozen? like, 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 there's a lot of babies at a wedlock, and there already are a lot of them. But
Oh
there's a
my.
lot of babies out here from like dads who, because like I said, we're built different, right? And like
Mhm.
women
Y'all
deal
just
with
need a
things.
place.
They always we just need like yeah, just
Mhm. Y'all just need a
yeah. That's
place.
why men
Women
had
are
multiple
emotionally
wives.
wired. Yeah.
Right. Think about it. Like, no matter what religion you ever practice, people, you know, throughout the history of man, men have had multiple women. Multiple. Like
Mm.
every man, yes, that man too, wants to be with every woman. Yes,
Mm,
that woman too, right?
mm.
Every man. Um, every woman doesn't want to be with every man. In
No,
fact, every woman wants to be with that man.
that
Yes,
man,
that
for
man. And
sure.
you
That's
know
so
who he
true.
is. Right.
That's
Like,
true.
and that's
That's so true.
right. And that's why she's like, hey, but are you happy? Because that's the man she wants to be with. She
Mhm.
spotted something who sparked her physical interest that okay, now I gotta let's go check him out, right?
Mhm.
Let's go check the checklist off, right? Let's talk to him. When he smiles, let's see if he got all his teeth. Boom, check teeth. Okay.
Listen.
Are they yellow? Are they brown? He got a lot of cavities. Or is
Does
he
he
missing
take
stuff?
care of
Right.
'em?
He got a lot of plaque in his teeth. Nope. Check. Check. Good. Dental. Got a dental plan. All right, and then small conversation, right? She's noticing like, all right, his shirt ain't wrinkled, it's nice and pressed. Cool. He took the time to make sure it was ironed or took it to the cleaners. Boom. Check. All right, has a shoe game, his pants, okay, they look nice and fitted. Okay, shoes nice and clean. Cool. Check. Like all these nice things, right? Okay,
Mhm.
let's see how gentlemanly he is, right? Like, hey, how you doing? Like, hey, well, you start having a conversation, like, all right, and if he is available, did he buy a drink? Did he offer to buy her a drink? Or did like I've told people in a heartbeat, like, listen, I appreciate the conversation, but I don't buy drinks for people, right? Like this is not who I am. You know what I
Mm.
mean? And I've actually had people tell me, I like that. You ain't leaving though. Why are you still sitting
Mhm.
here? Like I don't buy drinks and I don't drink, right? You know what I mean? So, but I think women are looking, and as you're checking those things off the list,
Mhm.
which is different from men, right? Men get hit on by a woman, and he going through a bad day. Ain't no goddamn list. Listen, I'm having a rough day. If somebody let me tickle him, let me make him laugh a little bit, I'll have a good day, right? I mean, like, and that's just the difference, I think. I mean, at least that's my perception of men based on being
Mm.
on for the last 43 plus years. Um, but yeah, so I think to bring it back, like for men, um, yeah, dime a dozen for women. That doesn't happen for dudes. So yes, it may not be substance for you.
It's not. It's really
Yeah,
not.
you
That's
know.
I think that's what I'm looking for, like substance, like nice conversation, you know. And I feel like it's not a lot to ask, but people don't know how to talk anymore. They
So
don't.
so for a woman, right? And again, all women are different. Like I have my formula, right? You got to be at least 80-20. I'm looking for 90-10, right?
Mhm.
Um, that's my list of like what I'm willing to tolerate, what I can be with. Have you made your list? You got your list? You checking it twice? Or you don't really care who's naughty or nice. You're just trying to wing it.
No, I'm not trying to wing it.
Mhm.
I actually do have a list. I don't call it a list per se.
Mhm.
There are some things that I'm looking for, and it's not necessarily I'm not necessarily looking for like what people say, a person that has, job that's making X amount of dollars and da 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 da. I'm not looking for that. And it's funny because every time somebody asks me, I draw a blank because I have it written down and I'm like, let me go get, what it is that I wrote down. So I'm like trying to draw from it, like I'm trying to do like my photographic memory or whatever. But basically, I just want to be in a situation where I can be myself. I am a giving, loving person, and I want to be able to do that or be
Who told
that
you you was giving and loving? I'm joking. I'm joking. I'm joking. I'm joking. Try to figure out who is
anyway.
telling you these lies. But I'm joking. I'm joking.
And I want to be there for somebody who is not going to take advantage of me, who is not going to who's not going to take advantage of me. I'm drawing a blank. I'm sitting here trying to think about all the things that I wrote down. But basically, I just want somebody that's going to be patient with me. I will be patient with them as we navigate and just kind of like be there for each other and build together and stuff like that. And I'll be that person that they need. They'll be that person that I need, and things like that. Um but I cannot, I'm drawing a blank as far as, like,
It's
everything
okay.
that's
But I mean,
on
not
my
a
list. You
physical
put me
list,
on the
right?
spot. But I just I
Right.
just I just wanna be in a situation where I can love someone and not feel like I'm being taken advantage of or taken for granted. That's the word I'm looking for, taken for granted. You know what I mean? And just have those things reciprocated, and I feel like if I'm doing that for you and you're doing that for me, well everything will be good. Um, do am I saying that I want somebody broke? Absolutely not. That is
Doing no
not on my
scrub.
bingo card. No, that's not on my bingo card. Um, they don't have to, like, I'm not saying that they have to make a certain amount of money or anything like that, but they have to be established and have, have or have something going on, something like I feel like I've worked hard and I've established myself, on my own and would like to align myself with somebody that's similar. And then also like similar what's the word I'm looking for? Similar
Aspirations,
mindsets.
size, on
Yeah,
okay.
mindsets, similar not necessarily not I don't need to have similar goals as them. I feel like I like, differences and stuff like
Well,
that.
you should be going in the same direction though, right? Like
Well, yeah, we should be
my
going in the same
aspirations
direction.
right, like my aspirations are to be successful. Your
Yeah,
aspirations should be want to be successful, whatever you want to do, right? Like it doesn't mean
right,
you need to be successful at business, right? Have a
right.
successful
Well, I
marriage,
think
have a
we
successful
right. So what I would it just came to morally aligned, right? I feel like we have to
ooh,
be,
whose morals?
I mean, the ones we share. Like they have like we have to be morally aligned. Like
Like, 'cause I can see you right now whipping out the phone, like, okay, so these are my morals, right? Now, if you ain't okay, this is moral number one. Boom. Thou shalt not take Nishay's name in vain. You say
for real
some
though.
negative shit, I'm gonna punch you in the eye. You agree to
No, I'm
that?
not. I'm
Cool.
very
Okay. No, I'm
nonviolent. We
joking.
don't do that. We don't do that. Um,
Ratty
but
chopping people. Yeah, it's all good.
no, 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 I don't do that. But I mean,
But
just
does it have to be a physical list, right? Can it be a like when I say list, let me make sure I clarify this. Like your list is different than my list, right? Cool.
mm-hmm,
But you have a physical list.
mm-hmm,
These are the things I have written down. This mother sucker better be on this side of the list, not
uh-huh,
this side. If he
uh-huh.
on this side, gone and eh, but are you happy? You on this side. You the first question you asked me was, am I happily married? You on this side. You never gonna be toxic, right? You're not on the side of cans, you're on the side of don't do's, right?
Mm,
Um, and for me, it's more of a I don't want to say philosophical, but it's more of a metaphorical list, right? Like if
mhm,
I'm looking for somebody, there are some deal breakers in there that you cannot have. And I know what
mhm,
those deal breakers are, right? Like you can't smoke. If you smoke,
mhm. It's
it's a
it's
wrap.
a no. Mhm,
Like just go on and cross yourself out, right? Um, if you don't, if you're not good with kids, it's a wrap. I have kids,
yeah, I have
right?
kids. Same, samesies.
Exactly. Right. So, like, there are some things that are just in that list of no matter who you are, no matter how good you are, that is a deal breaker. Right. I have my deal breakers. And then I have the things like I don't really care about. Right. Like, granted, like, it absolutely drives me bonkers when you leave your shit on the side of the bed. And yes, I leave mine on the side of the bed, but in the morning I get up, I put it in the basket. Right. And I used
Mhm,
to be with somebody, I would get up, put my shit in the basket, come out the shower, their shit still on the side of the bed. And it's like, okay, you gonna clean that up?
mhm.
I'll get to it. And then every day, like, I'm gonna put it in the basket, right? It's not a deal breaker. It's annoying, but you just get to the
Mhm,
point you go, all right, if I want to be with this person, is that something I can overlook? Is that something I could
mhm,
just pick up and put away, right? Being
mhm,
married the first time and being divorced, being in serious relationships afterwards, makes you realize that, okay, these are the things I can tolerate. These are the things that are deal breakers. These are the things that let's get it, right? Um,
mhm,
like for me, you ain't gotta be Christian.
mhm.
Like I'm agnostic, so I don't care. Like do you boo boo? Like how we raise the kids? Like I'm not getting up. I don't care if you go to temple, you go to church, you go to whatever. I listen. We're not getting up to go.
Ah,
You know what I mean? Like
wow.
I like listen. Like we could do a lot of things, but like I'd rather you be agnostic or non-practicing. You could do whatever you want to do, but
You said
th-
that out loud.
listen. You can be whatever you want. You want to you Muslim, you Jewish, you Pentecostal, you Baptist, you Methodist, you non-denominational, you Catholic. I don't care what you are, but don't be
Mm.
practicing because I'm not trying to practice. And like, babe, we going to church today? No. We going to temple? No. We going to mosque? No. We getting up with the kids? No. We're going to sleep in. We're going to have breakfast, and we're going to go play. Right? Like I am not trying to. You know what I mean? But that's just me, right?
Mhm.
And those are the things that are on my the left side of my proverbial metaphorical list. So,
Mhm.
but yeah, that's just me. You got to have a list. You got to have a list. Um,
Yeah.
yeah, but I want to wrap this up here because it is getting late, and I want to let Nishay get some sleep. Just so
Mhm.
y'all know, Nishay been like karate chopping me, like, Ray, we got to be on time. I want to get some sleep. I got to work tomorrow, and I
We
don't even like you.
do.
Right? You know what I mean? That was
Oh
the last thing she said.
goodness.
She don't even like me before we did this. But no.
Lies
Um,
garbage.
I promise you guys this though, we will get back to doing these more regularly.
Yes.
I do have a great time doing them with Nishay.
Yes.
Um, my schedule personally, myself, has got some. I've alleviated some headaches off of it and a little more structure, so that we can do these earlier, so that Nishay can get some rest. So we do appreciate you guys tuning in.
Yes,
Obviously, if you
absolutely.
like this, go ahead and like, subscribe, and follow.
Please.
Um, Leave comments of things you want us to talk about. And
Yes.
I promise you, we'll start doing these more regularly so the algorithm knows that we're here. And we'll keep feeding it, with shorts and YouTube and those things. So, um, again, like, subscribe, follow, comment, do all the
Thank
things.
you.
And from Nishay and I, we're going to say thank you for tuning in.
Thanks.
Thank you for being part of the halfway point.
Yes.
At some point, we will change some of the things to the channel, but until then, we will talk to you later.
Yes.
Peace.
Later.